Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. I am in my uncle's tavern, as I was in the last episode, and I think I am going to go and talk with my companions before trying to do anything else outside of the tavern in Neverwinter. Actually, I'm also going to explore inside of the tavern to see if there's anything interesting to look into. But the most interesting thing I've seen, actually, as of yet, is this plate of salami and cheese and strawberries on top. It looks nice actually. I like it. So, okay, let's start to talk to people. I wonder who should be the first. Let's talk to Kelgar.
Yeah?
No, we're going to talk. Let me do
What
this.
is it you want, lass?
Who are you, really? Okay, let's just try. Let's just try and
Iron
see.
Fist, of course. It's a wonder you
I know.
haven't heard of me, considering how I've made my mark up and down the Sword Coast for almost a year.
You did?
All right, go
Okay,
on and
other
ask
questions? Let me see. So why? Actually, I asked some of these to him when I first met him. But let's just try to remember.
They were
this
in the mood
quickly.
to threaten, but not fully in the mood to start a fight. I think they were expecting me to drop the coin and leave quickly, which just goes to show you they don't know me too well. It's a shame they didn't keep it a friendly fight. Some people have no stomach for using their fists when they have a weapon at hand.
I remember them. Okay. So, but why are you so eager to fight all the time?
Eager to fight? Well, I suppose I am, if you can call it that. I mean,
Yeah.
It's all in good fun. Some take pride in craftsmanship, or in hunting, or in haggling for the best price on a blade or other piece of steel. Me? Talking with my fists is my art form. Every tavern's an opportunity, I say. There's usually someone who could take a few punches to the gut and groin before they start weeping like a child.
I wonder if Duncan will want you to start a fight in his tavern, but we will see what happens. But yeah, actually that's a good question. Why exactly do you do that? What is it that you really enjoy about
Well,
it?
I don't know. I enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah, but-
It's a mark of pride to be able to stand tall and take every punch, then give it right back until I'm the only one standing.
So is that usually really how it turns out?
Most of the time. Only beaten really bad once. But I learned from it, and I'm determined not to let it happen again. Thing is, I'm glad it happened. It was my destiny.
How come? What happened?
Well, you see, I used to win. Almost undefeated. But there was this time in a tavern far from here that I chose a fight that ended up choosing me. It was fate, I tell you.
But maybe you can tell me more about it. Finding fate in a tavern brawl? How did it exactly happen?
Well, it wasn't much of a fight. You see, there were these skinny-robed humans, barely twigs, that were sitting at the bar when one of our competitions broke out. There were chairs getting smashed, people screaming, tankards being used as clubs. Ah, glorious.
If you say so. So, I don't understand the problem, don't I?
Well, everyone was having a good time when I noticed those skinny humans were just sitting there, not even having the decency to pay attention. Just nursing Waters. Waters! So I asked them, well, shouted really, what in the hell they thought they were doing? Ignoring the fine entertainment and then insulting the establishment by not having ale?
It's not up to you to decide. And you shouted at them, really?
And maybe I shoved one of them a bit. Or tried to break a chair over their skulls, since they were making a point of pretending they didn't hear me. Rude, I tell you.
I think that was unnecessary, but definitely. But clearly not for you. And what happened then?
Ah, well, They used me as a bar rag first, and not a single punch I threw even hit them. Oh, they were moving too fast, and plus, I think I was seeing double or triple. Ugh, after they smashed my face into the bar a few times, they showed me the floor up close. The floor was pretty dirty by that point, by the way. Then, as the final blow, they sent me flying like a drunk hippogriff out the window. Magical it was.
I think they were monks.
After I woke up and wiped the blood out of my eyes and finally found all my teeth, I went back in and thanked them. Best beating I've ever received. They seemed a little taken aback by my friendliness. And it turns out they were part of some order. Son something or other, and get this, they devoted their lives to fighting with their fists. Can you imagine? Lifetime devotion to brawling. It's their lives, their craft.
I'm not sure if that's the point of that, but okay, whatever. So they were monks, actually.
They're monks, eh? Crazy water-drinking fools. Hope drinking water isn't what makes them fight like that. Anyway, that life sounded like destiny to me. I mean, those skinny excuses for humans were good. And then they spent their whole lives kicking the hell out of others, training for it. That's when I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. My purpose was clear.
Okay, I remember it now. So, actually, Calgar, as I've been thinking all by myself here before, I don't think kicking the hells out of others is the point of a monastic order.
Huh? Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Well, as far as I could tell once my head stopped ringing.
It's actually more of a state of mind and body, I think.
You mean like headbutting someone?
No.
I already know how to do that. Though sometimes I need to grab them by the beard or collar and yank their head down so I can hit it properly.
No, it's not about violence.
Oh, is that so? Well, I must have missed that part while they were wiping down the tavern with my face and throwing me through a window. Shows how much you know about it. You didn't see them in action.
Okay, let's speak about something else then.
Alright, go on and ask then.
So, I know that you're going to Neverwinter because you want to become a monk. So, maybe you know something about the creatures that are pursuing us?
No, they're strange ones to be sure, with all their hissing and spitting. They also don't seem to be ones for a stand-up brawl, always relying on ambushes and sneaking up. If they have a problem with you, I say they get all their clan together and face us at once, without all this chipping away at our patience. Of course, they know we'd probably send them running back to their mothers, so chances are they're just trying to make us angry.
Okay.
Alright, go on and ask them.
Have you heard the word Kalakcha before?
It's no proper dwarf curse, that's for sure. Sounds like something they want to find pretty badly, though, whatever it is.
Okay.
Alright, go on and ask them.
So, let's try this. Maybe I can get more information out of you. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, there's a great deal to tell. Especially if we're going with clan history and our accomplishments.
Okay.
But chances are, and I don't blame you, you're just asking about me, personally.
Yeah,
so let
maybe.
me give you the short version.
Okay.
I've been traveling the Sword Coast for a year or two, making my trade at villages and towns, and, well, making my trade at taverns as well, but you already had a taste of that at the Weeping Willow.
Yes, I did. I already asked about this. Okay, that's enough for now, I think. I never talked to Eleni, actually. Let's try her.
Our companion Kelgar mentioned West Harbor to me. I heard what happened there. To your friends, the other villagers. The attack by those creatures that forced you to leave.
There was no choice. I couldn't allow myself to place the village in danger. It was difficult to leave, and to see the wounded and that was difficult as well. I don't miss West Harbor in slightest. They all had come. Maybe it was difficult to leave and to see the wounded and that. Maybe.
Still, to leave your home. I sometimes forget the attachments one can put to a place. With my kind, especially those that listen to nature, there is no one place that we call home. Everywhere we go throughout the land is comforting, with its own sounds and life.
Maybe that's actually true for me too. Like, home is not one place. Home is wherever I go. Yeah, actually, maybe it was just the people of West Harbor that made it home.
I can see how that would be. It is a strange concept at times, but understandable. We deal with few outside of our own circle. I have not seen my own kind in many years, and I spoke with the circle only rarely. But surely we were not here to discuss how I feel about things. Was there something you needed?
I want to know more about you. Other questions?
What did you wish to know?
Let me see. Who are you? Let's start with that.
I have little use for titles or names. Such things speak of the ways of cities and walls. But if you are in need of such, then you may call me Eleni, once of the mare where dead men rest, now no more.
Yeah, we know that Mayor of the Dead Man is kind of gone. Not really gone, but...
The dead walk again in the marsh, and strange creatures prowl the edges of the mare. There were only a few signs at first. Then they grew. Animals began to vanish and die, to be lost in the depths of the mare. The lizard men fled from their homes across the swamps, driving ever deeper into the territory of men. And more terribly, the land itself has started to fall silent, and to bleed.
Okay,
What
other
did you wish to
questions?
know?
It's probably the effect of this... what? King of the Shadows they were talking about. It started to affect the land and everything. So, how long have you been following me?
I have followed you since you left West Harbor, your village that borders the mare, and I followed you
before
as you
that.
explored the ruins that lie outside your village. It is an ancient place, older than the mare itself. It is not a place where even the circle were willing to tread. It's difficult to hear the mare there, so we avoid it unless necessary.
Were you responsible for the badger and for routing my enemies in place on the road?
I was the one
She
who sent
was.
the animals of the forest to your aid, though there are fewer of them to answer my call than in days past. And yes, I summoned nature to aid you when the second group attacked.
So, why were you exactly following
It
me
is
then?
not something I can explain,
Why?
but I feel these creatures pursue you for a reason.
They
Where
do?
you walk, so do they. You are either a threat or prey to them, and I must discover which.
Yes, and why is it important to you?
These creatures that hound you are responsible for other crimes. Much rides
Like-
on this, both from the past and the present.
Crimes like what? What did you wait for so long before revealing? Why did you wait for so long before revealing yourself? Yeah, answer that.
I was uncertain of your goals and your intentions, and whether you were some ally of these creatures. Only during the later stages of the attack did I feel compelled to intervene. It is always in our nature to watch, to observe. To act is at times difficult.
Our nature? You mean druids probably, but let's ask.
It is not something I wish to discuss. Let us leave it for another time. If there is something else you wish to ask, then do so. But there
Okay.
are some things which shall remain mine and mine alone.
If you wish it that way, okay. So, I guess I asked all of these then? What if I try
What did you wish to know?
ask more questions? Yeah, before you mentioned the circle, what did you mean?
It is not something I wish to discuss.
Okay.
Let us leave it for another time. If there is something else you wish to ask, then do so. But there are some things which shall remain mine and mine alone.
Alright, alright. Let's
What
try
did you
this
wish
again.
to know?
Can you tell me of the mayor of the dead man?
The mare is no longer a place I know well. And where it once teemed with life, now it has fallen silent. Something stirs there, but I know not what.
You sound frightened.
It was not always the case. I have spent many years in its depths, learning its ways. And there was much to learn. Always.
Can you tell me maybe more about it?
It's a tale for another time, and there are more pressing concerns. Perhaps in time we may discuss it further.
You probably want me to gain influence with you, so you're going to talk more to me.
What did you wish to know?
Let's see about the other questions. If you know about a presence in the mare, can you guide us to it?
The mare is no longer a place I know well. Something has built a black wall, something beyond which none of the circle could pass. Even with the secret ways, all it touches dies. And it is slowly growing, advancing from the heart of the mare and driving life before it. And without life, without the land to aid us, one without the means to cross that wall is threatened to be consumed by it.
Tell me about this barrier.
Such things are not born of the land. It is a blight, a presence from somewhere else that strikes at Faerun. Perhaps only by reaching beyond the land, into the libraries and tomes written on the skin of the trees and beasts, can such mysteries be made clear. What did you wish to know?
Okay. Ooh, have you heard of the word Kalakcha before?
It is not a dwarvish or elvish word, but I have heard some of the creatures who pursue you speak that phrase, like a title or a curse. What
Okay.
did you wish to know?
Let me see again. Do you have any skills that could help us?
There is much of the
Surely
wild
those-
and the land that I know. And as I speak their language, it hears me and it will answer. If you need to speak to the beasts and those who dwell in the land, I can help you do this. There is much they see and know that those blinded to the lands do not see.
Okay. Eleni can speak to animals as long as she is in your party. You may speak to animals you encounter, learning things about your environment. We need to talk to the chickens. I really want to
Sometimes
try.
I can shed my skin for a while, take on the form of another of the land's
I
dwellers.
know.
There is no magic in it, just the ability to relax the mind. I am still learning its ways, but they will come to me in time.
Okay. Eleni, upon reaching 5th level, can begin to take the shape of other animals and beasts. I know that. So,
What did you wish to know?
let me see. Do you know anything about the lizard folk from the mare?
Some of the lizard men of the mare are trained in listening to the land, but some merely prey on others, and their ears are filled only by the running of prey in the swamp, rather than the swamp itself. Many of those who listen are now gone, entire tribes who have vanished. Their absence is causing an imbalance that is swinging more and more out of control as the remaining tribes fight for dominance, or flee the mare.
I noticed that. But they are fleeing because...
Yes, many lizardman tribes are being driven from the mare into the lands of men, and the war is spreading, weakening the lands surrounding the mare. What did you
Never
wish to
mind.
know?
I think I asked all. Okay, let's move on then. That was nice. That was really nice. So, what about you, Neshka? Let's talk.
What's going on?
I don't know, you tell me. Who are you, first things first?
Nishka. Nishka.
Okay,
Emphasis on the ni. Not
Okay.
many people get it right. Or try to.
I'll try, okay? What do you mean?
Usually they call me thief, cursed one, demon wench, rat child, goat girl. The list goes on. You'd think Nishka wasn't that hard to remember.
It's not. Yeah, you get the insults probably all the time.
That's not so bad. I mean, all those things are true.
Okay, if you say so. But Nishka is an odd name, maybe?
I'm told it means something in the lower plains, but since I don't get down there much, although, obviously, good old Grandpa made a habit of coming up here for the nightlife, if, you get my meaning.
What? What do you... That's going to get my imagination wild. Okay, so you're a tiefling.
Yeah, but shh, don't tell anyone. I wouldn't want anyone else to figure it out. I mean, aside from the horns and the traces of demon blood.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
Okay. So tell me about yourself, maybe?
Me? Well, I don't know. I'm me. I guess.
But what about you? Like, you? Maybe why you sound surprised?
No one usually asks, so finding the words is a little hard. Trust me. People usually make up the whole story once they spot the demon blood, if they ask at all.
But I am curious.
This is so exciting. Wow. Where to begin?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I have no idea who my mom or dad was. I was abandoned, but raised by priests who tried to convert me, so I went away for a long time.
Priests?
Yeah, priests of Helm. The Watcher. The Vigilant One. Kind to children. Were they a hard-headed bunch? Really up on the discipline, not so much on the caring and forgiveness. But they're priests of Helm, so what are you gonna do?
Not much. But about them, not much on forgiveness?
Yeah, I mean, we all get into trouble sometimes, or a lot. And I guess they ran out of I forgive yous at some point. Anyway, so after helping myself to their collection plate after a particularly moving sermon, I decided to see what else I could help myself to. But you know, those tales could fill a book, and I don't want to chew your ear off. Maybe some other time.
Okay, maybe.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
Let's see. Yeah, do you know anything about the creatures pursuing us?
Well, the Githyanki are probably one of the worst groups of zealots you could ever have chasing you. The lower planes excluded. Githyanki are smart, even for religious halfwits. So I hope they haven't targeted you for some holy crusade, because then you'd be deep in the sticks, let me tell you. The thing is, they usually aren't this persistent. They have a set goal, they hit it, and then they're out of there. Plus, they don't usually stay on one plane for too long. The astral plane is their home.
So, any idea why they're here
Your
then?
coin's as good as mine. Could be anything, but whatever it is, it must be pretty important to them.
Okay,
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
let me see. Have you ever heard the term Kalakcha?
It's not demonic, but it does have a certain planar tone to it. It's hard to explain.
Like where the
It's an
Githyanki
odd
came
dialect. But those Githyanki chasing you definitely aren't from this stretch of the woods. Maybe we could catch one and ask them.
from? This we can try. Didn't I ask this already? What do you know
Well,
about
the
Githyanki?
Githyanki are probably one of the worst Githyanki.
Yes,
the
we
thing
talked
is,
about
plus,
this.
they don't usually stay on one plane for too long. The
I
astral
still
plane
do,
is their
okay.
home. Questions.
Other questions?
Go ahead. I'm all horns.
So tell me about your skills.
I'm good at slipping into places, but not all the time. Coaxing locks to open, dodging traps, you know, subtle stuff. And I may have accidentally backstabbed some people in the past, but if they couldn't see me coming, well, that's their loss.
I will have to keep that in mind then.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns.
So, I wanted to ask you about some of our companions, maybe?
Yeah?
Okay, gossip?
Which one of the marks you wanted to know about? Not the barrel-head dwarf, is it?
I'm going to ask about him.
Well, he needs to watch his tongue, or it's gonna run right out of his mouth and get stepped on. I mean, you did me a good turn. All I want to do is help out, and he's yelling at me like some old mule. I know he's short, and it's rough being in the big people's world. But he needs to stop being all defensive, especially for someone so small.
I hope he does not hear us. Maybe he just needs a little bit more time to get used to you.
Story of my life. You'd be surprised how much you hear that when you're about to be burned at the stake or run out of the local hamlet. He's too quick to start fights, that's his problem. He keeps it up, he's not going to have anyone watching his back. Or more likely, looking over it.
Okay. Let's see what else.
Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns. Yeah?
Let's ask about Eleni
Which one of the
too.
marks you wanted to know about? The tree worshipper? What about her? If you're
don't
asking if
know.
she has any money or valuables, then no. I already checked.
Okay. I'm not going to tell her to not to do it again, but... what you told of her? Yes, I was more interested.
I don't know. She's got pointy ears, but doesn't smell of the lower plains. So she's probably not a tiefling. And she's too tall to be a halfling, and too thin. Plus, she hangs out with animals, so she's an elf. What do you expect me to say? She's one of those nature priests. Worship trees and the land, don't like cities, so don't have much traffic with her kind.
Okay. Let's look around a little bit then. I already talked to Duncan. Let's talk to Sel.
I greet you.
So you're a king of Duncans. I guess you won't be playing anything for paying for anything then? No, I won't. I'm sorry. There's someone else over here. Hey, Bishop, you have a
If I
name.
wanted a wench, I'd go to the local brothel.
Excuse me?
Why don't you go away like a good little nuisance?
You go away.
I don't have time for this. Shove off.
Can I disturb you more?
I'm sorry. Do I look like I care?
I'm going to disturb
Has
you
it
more.
been that long since you've seen a real man?
Oh my god.
Stick around. A few more drinks and you'll start looking good to me.
What? Wow. Was that really necessary? Huh. What is this? A door? But people here? Just citizens, NPCs. Alright, let me look into that place. It's the kitchen, I think. Do we have anything to loot? Not really. Is there an upstairs to this place? There are rooms. Let's go there. Rooms. Let's check. Whose room is this? Maybe mine? It looks nice. And are there more? Yes. Open it. Look into it. There's nothing in here. Okay. Or in here. Come on, open it. Yeah, definitely nothing. Oh, something in there. Oh, these are the crafting places. Okay, nice. Nice to know that they're there. And more rooms. A chest that I cannot access to. And nothing else. So, I think maybe I'll just finish the episode here because I have a very little time left. It's not really enough to start exploring the city. So, let's meet again, everybody. I'll see you again. Bye bye.